That's what you need to do.
See, this right here, this is how you combat the speed of Andy Ruiz. You punch with him, and you punch and you find the spot, and that's what Chris is able to do.
Round 5, and you get the sense that both men have been hurt, but Ruiz has been hurt worse. So a bit of a surprise with a big favorite in his comeback fight, where Ruiz came in much lighter, 27 pounds lighter than he was in his last fight, seemingly in great condition, in a great state of mind. Chris Arreola did the exact same thing, usurped as the best and most accomplished Mexican heavyweight, now comes back and tries for another shot at glory, and he's made a great account of himself, at least so far.
Absolutely. I think even at this point doing much more than a lot of people expected. We saw the poll before this fight was Andy Ruiz by knockout. I think 70%.
Yeah.
70% of the people out there did not expect this to happen.
And I told you it was going to be a lot closer. Chris Arreola had that game face on, and he looked calm, he looked collected, he looked like he was thinking, so he knew what he had to go in there and do.
No, you're right, Lennox. He had real clarity before this fight. And he said, look, if everyone's hung up on my age, I don't feel 40. I know I am 40, but I don't feel that way. And look, the weight means something. When you come in that much lighter, it's indicative of your preparation.
Absolutely. Oh, I think Andy got hurt there again.
Big exchange once again. Arreola moving his head just enough. Give Ruiz something to think about. Defensively responsible with his hands up. And discipline. Sean Porter fighting a discipline fight.
Yeah, I love this right now from Chris Arreola. He's pacing himself. He's using the entire ring. You see a game plan in terms of the way he's jabbing and moving around. And then you also see the game plan of him trying to punch with Andy and being able to catch Andy when he's coming in.
Good body work there by Ruiz, able to land 2 shots. Scoring shots. Again, Larry Hazard has it even. So even with a knockdown and a 10-8 round, Larry at the very least, again, he's not scoring the fight officially, but he's got it even. You would think the judges could have the same.
I don't think the judges have the same. We never know what the judges are going to do sometimes, but I think this...
Oh!
Big hook there.
Good defense.
Toughing shot. Yeah, I think he caught most of that, Lennox.
Yeah.
Arreola tried to block that, maybe block it with his glove. But that is a dangerous shot. Good jab to the body from Andy Ruiz.
Chris Arreola keeping his hands up nice and high, and he's thinking about defense. I haven't seen him get any good shots yet, or receive any good shots yet.
Final 20 seconds. Crowd here in Carson, California, chanting for Andy Ruiz. I tell you, Andy Ruiz fights are always an adventure. You are entertained. And Chris Arreola is not dead yet. 3-punch combination by Ruiz. Caught him with that hook. Arreola back, slightly shaken, not too badly. That's the 5th round. Let's go upstairs. Carissa Thompson and Mikey Garcia.
Thank you so much, Brian. So Arreola, Mikey, a 20-1 underdog. Why is he having so much success early on?
That's Joe Goossen's work right there. Chris is applying what he's learned. He's very disciplined, keeping his hands up high with a nice defense and keeping a distance where you're taking away Andy's speed. Andy has very fast hands on the inside, but if you keep that distance, you're taking that away.
Sean, you made those comments up here earlier when we were talking about what the difference could be. You said it would be Joe Goossen. What does Andy Ruiz need to do to combat this?
Well, you know what? Right now, Joe Goossen is controlling the beast, and he's taught the beast how to control himself and become a beast when he needs to. Now what Andy needs to do is understand that this guy's going to unload when I try to. So he's got to be offense and then defense immediately and stop admiring his work.
Carissa, Mikey, thank you so much. Round number 6, and what's interesting here, what's fascinating, is Andy Ruiz has 2 losses. He lost to Anthony Joshua in the rematch, of course, in Saudi Arabia. He also, Lennox, lost to Joseph Parker, who's a 6'4" New Zealand heavyweight, top 10 heavyweight. But he's never been hurt the way he's been hurt here tonight by Arreola, even though Joshua's a champ and Parker's a top 10 heavyweight. And Arreola's hurt him worse.
Yeah, I mean, he's hurt him a couple times.
Wow, fast hands by Ruiz. Able to answer and pop back the head of Arreola. If you watch, Joseph Parker won that fight by staying tall and staying away. And so did Anthony Joshua in the rematch. He boxed like Ali. Wanted to stay away the whole night. And that here's Arreola staying in the pocket at distance, but close enough to do damage.
Here's a good thought. Andy Ruiz, you get off and then you play defense and let Chris come at you, and then you're able to use those fast hands. We may see a little turn right here in terms of the complexion of the fight.
Sean, as you're saying that, it looks like he's letting Arreola lead a little bit.
Exactly.
Right.
There
He's
you
got
go.
a counter. He's much better countering.
Exactly.
Catching him with a hook on the way in. Ruiz, he's very fast with those hands, but he doesn't seem to be at his best when he's trying to press the action.
But Ruiz is only coming in and he's only throwing one combination, and then he's stopping. He's got to throw one combination, then another combination, another combination.
That's a good three-punch combination right there, Lennox, and then comes back, but not immediately. Tries with the body shot, but now slowly but surely, Andy Ruiz is starting to mount a points lead.
We call it getting in and getting out, and that's what Andy has to do. He's got to get in and get out, just like he's doing right now. Much better round and much better rhythm from him in this round, but I think it's a matter of him being second, not being first, and not walking at Chris the way he's been the first half of this fight.
Another hard combination punctuated with the hook. But Sean Porter, I think you hit it dead on, where it's a subtle change, but allowing Arreola to press, throw first, and answer.
Come on, man, we see it right now, and he's stepping around.
Good body shot there. Arreola pressing forward, still dangerous.
Well, Arreola's got a lot more confidence coming into this fight. I mean, into this round as well. So he's taking a couple feet forward. He's moving forward to get those shots in.
He should be confident.
Yeah.
When they've exchanged, Arreola's gotten the better of it. It's just that he could be losing on points now as Ruiz is outlanding him and starting to dictate this pace and punish him back. Good hard jab there as we now start to see a little bit of blood on the bridge of the nose of Chris Arreola.
I think I see a little bit of a Canelo overhand right coming from Andy too. You see him dip down just a little bit and then he delivers the overhand right. That right there, right there.
That's what he has to do, mix up the punches. He throws that overhand right and he comes back with that uppercut.
That was a good round for Andy Ruiz there in round 6. And there have been some real ups and downs. We're going to go back through this fight, and let's start at the beginning, Lennox.
Here you see Ruiz throwing some great right hands. And this is Chris Arreola right now, catching him on the top of the head and catching him good and knocking him down to the ground. And here he's had some success with that right hand. He's trying it again.
Yeah, Chris is buckled. He's buckled his legs quite a few times through this fight as well. But the thing I like and what I love about boxing is one adjustment can change everything. And we saw in this last round the adjustment that Andy Ruiz made using his fast hands, and then back on his moving a little bit using his defense.
We've seen some dynamite exchanges in this fight. Brian Kenny ringside, Lennox Lewis, Sean Porter, Joe Goosen is in the corner with Chris Arreola. Carissa Thompson, Mikey Garcia upstairs, Heidi Androl with us as well, Larry Hazard, our unofficial scorer. And there's been a real back and forth in this fight. But again, Chris Arreola with the knockdown in round number 2. And Andy Ruiz starting to let Arreola come to him, has had a bit more success.
I like the jab coming from Andy right now too. He's walking forward, but what's he doing now, Lennox? He's walking forward using the jab. He wasn't doing that in the first few rounds.
No, it wasn't. And, you know, he'll have a lot more success if he doubles that up. Doubles that up and comes with that combination after a double jab.
And the punch differential has been within 4 punches in each of the last 4 rounds. So it is relatively close. And even though I thought that was a very good round for Andy Ruiz, you know, again, judges are scoring these fights. The punches landed at the very least are close. Ruiz with the advantage on the whole, as you see in the bottom left part of the screen. There's the punches landed with Ruiz getting the better of it. But again, 8-6, 9-6, 10-6, that's not much of a margin. Arreola 16-15, not a margin either. Razor close. But again, they're not just tapping each other, they're throwing bombs.
Yes.
So it's a matter of what hits you and where, and how hard does it hurt you.
Even that jab right there. His back is to me, and it looked like that jab almost took his head off.
That's a stiff jab, too, from Ruiz, straight up the middle on Arreola's oft broken nose. Combination, went to the body with the right hand and finished with the hook. Arreola able to reach him with that right hand. Ruiz in a bit of danger, and you see Larry Hazard has the last 4 rounds all for Andy Ruiz. So that 10-8 round was the only round that he gave to Chris Arreola.
I respect my elders, but
what, you think another round maybe swings to Arreola?
Yeah, I have Arreola winning this fight.
Really? All right.
I think so.
All right, stop.
Lennox, what do you think?
I think it's a close fight, and Arreola is definitely doing well. I mean, I don't agree with the scoring that we just seen. I thought he won a lot more rounds than that.
Well, I would say, like, Arreola's done more damage. Another good 3-punch combination from Andy Ruiz. But, again, a judge is scoring it round by round, handing it in, and that's it. And right now, Ruiz, he eats that one, but he is able to land, and land with regularity. Arreola fires back a hook, trying to answer and drive Ruiz back. That's a scoring shot from Ruiz. Good jab to the body. Final 10 seconds.